Okay, we're back again with more Advent of Code. This time we're doing day 4. Definitely on time and not late at all. Let's jump into the problem. Okay, didn't find the chief. Okay, we visit somewhere we've been before, apparently. She'd like to know if you could help her with her word search. No, thank you. I have to find the chief historian. She only has to find one word, Xmas. Horizontal, vertical, diagonal, written backwards, or even overlapping other words. Oh, I see. Okay. You need to find all of them. Right, so we got Xmas like that. Xmas backwards. Do we have Xmas upwards? We do, and Xmas that way. Okay. $18 times. Oh, right. We get example input to validate against. Yeah, because we get the answer. Yeah, okay. Forgot about that. How many times does Xmas appear? Okay. Geez, scheme isn't really the best language for this. Can we do a vector of vectors, maybe? That might be the easiest way. Yeah, probably a vector of vectors. We'll just copy our input first. Nope. Copy that here, get rid of that blank line. Okay, so that's pretty big. How big is this, by the way? 140 by 140? Okay, it's not that big. Can we find Xmas once? X mama? Not quite. X yo mama. Oh, if I could find one, that'd be nice. Come on. XMAS. There we go. There's one. XMAS. Right. So if we read this in as vector of vectors, we can just brute force it. It's only 140 by 140, so that's not so bad. Is there a better way? Honestly, our input's so small, I don't really want to spend time thinking about this too much. So this I've just copied from day 3. We can pretty much get rid of all of it, and I don't think we'll need any of it. We don't need any of this parsing stuff. We might keep the go function, it's just convenient. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need this or this. Okay, well, it turns out we didn't have much in here. Where did we actually read the input? Where did that happen? Oh, here. Call with input file get string all. Okay. Yeah, alright. Sure. Keep that up there. And we'll get rid of all this. Whoops. Whoops. Okay, cool. Count. Right, so this will get us all the input, and then we want to split it by lines, I guess. I guess so. And if I recall, we did something similar on maybe even day 1, string tokenize. Right, so it's not tokenized, it's kind of the opposite of that. Oh, we tokenize again. Okay. Maybe we haven't done this, but srf 14 maybe? Or is it 13? It's 13. Okay, split a string into a list of substrings where each substring is a maximal non-empty contiguous sequence. I don't know. Dealing with lists, like we can convert them to vectors, that's not a big deal. But can we just deal with the vectors directly? Is there an easier way to do this? Binary input? Not really. It's kind of textual input. Yeah, get line. That's pretty good. Up to and including the line feed. Well, we can get rid of that. In fact, it doesn't actually matter for our input because we're looking for Xmas, but we can get rid of it. Uh-huh. Oh, right. So it reads it, but then throws it out. Yeah, okay. So it reads the line feed character, but doesn't return it. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, so yeah, let's get line. So we'll go, probably just with the input file because we want to be running this in a loop. Which is a thing. It's simple IO, right? With input from file. And then we need a lambda function here. And so what we're gonna do is, yeah, we'll just run this in a loop. Grid, I don't know. And how do we do byte vectors? This one. Byte vectors, I guess. Uh-huh. I see. See the library chapter on byte vectors. Okay. Sure. Right. I maybe just want a vector. Or vectors of chars. I see. Yeah, no, I don't think I want a byte vector. I don't think that's what I'm about. So vector data representing vectors of various objects. Yep. I presume we can append to them. Heterogeneous, that's fine. Make vector k. Vector, vector, vector length, vector ref. Yeah, yep. Can I just append? Or maybe I should build a list and then change it to a vector. I don't think so. I'll just build a vector. Can I not append? Is that not a thing I can do? Do I have to go to a list and then back to a vector? Okay. Alright, we're doing that thing I said I wouldn't do then. Alright, so we're starting with a list. And all we're going to do is we're going to, right, we want to get line. Maybe we can just go if end of file current input port. Then we'll return, is it make vector? I don't think so. I think that's if we want it to be blank. I think we want list to vector, right? Yep, list to vector. So list to vector of reverse grid. Yeah. Otherwise, loop. Right. Can we go string? Is a string just a vector of characters? Like, what is a string? String. Suspicious. It may not be. No, I don't really care about mutable strings. Enumerations. Interesting. So, yeah, I don't think any of this is going to be what I want. Huh. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm getting distracted. All right, so we have a bunch of string stuff. Can I not convert a string into a vector? I mean, this is syntax, so... Oh, here we go. Oh, maybe not. It feels like they're unrelated. Ooh, that I don't want to do. I don't want to have to go to a list and then to a vector. I mean, I can just, even though it's kind of dumb, like really we're treating this as a grid, I can treat it as a vector of strings. Even though that is pretty dumb. Yeah, where's, like, where am I? What is this? Okay, look, if I have to use something in Guile's scheme, I will. No. Also not what I want. Man, it's just not a thing you can do. This seems dumb. Whoops. Give that back. What was in here? Can we do a conversion? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, that's dumb. So what's the easiest way? We can just do cons list to vector, string to list, get line, I think. Get line. So that should close that, yeah. So I guess this is just to get our input? Yeah, I guess. Probably easier just to keep this, what the fuck? Probably easier just to keep this out here. Define input to be equal to this. That works. Okay. So now we have input. What do we want to do with it? We really do just want to brute force this. I mean, I don't really want to brute force it, but I think it just makes sense. So, yeah, let loop I 0, j 0, n, I guess, 0. And then what we're going to do is I guess we're just gonna